Shitera. Kenya Police men's team registered a narrow 1-0 win away in Ethiopia against Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa against Ethiopia Coffee after a barren draw here in Nairobi a week ago. What do you make of that win, and were Police FC actually worthy of that win from the way they played that match yesterday?
I think we analyzed the 1-1 draw in Nairobi, and many were asking, was it enough for Police FC? And I said, for a team that, no, it was a 0-0, yeah, it was a barren draw. But I think I said for a team that is making a maiden appearance in the Continentals, that was a big plus. Even if Police FC went out of the competition, it would have been a very big mark. Because it is their first time against a very formidable side from Ethiopia. I remember the Ethiopian League is one of the best managed leagues in the continent. And those are the things that we really need to start working on, even as we push our teams up. Now, they went away, registered a big win. That was not a narrow win. It was really a big win. In Addis Ababa, and I would want to give my blessings to Police, probably to turn tables against Zamalek. Now, the big assignment awaits that we've been drawn in a very, very tough side, Al Ahly of Egypt and Zamalek. So preparations will be very, very key. And as Isia said, that you cannot try to gamble with such an assignment that one of your dependable players will be missing out, probably based on a logistical approach. And this is something that Ambrose Racher should have learned from their mishap in Berkane when Gor Mahia was headed into the quarterfinals of the same competition, CAF Confederation Cup. So proper preparations will give you a good answer. And it's the same challenge to Gor Mahia and Police Bullet. Bullet prepared their pre-season well. They camped in Uganda. So probably the reason why they are giving such good results. Gor Mahia should try and copy the same, that you inject in some good preparation, then you'll get the results. It happened when they played Zamalek, they won. And now they are facing a very, very tough challenge against Al Ahly. So Fapaka did a very good job again. I think it was in 2011 when they also pushed towards the quarterfinals of the Confederation Cup. They beat Zamalek again in the same encounter. So I want to believe that football pushed towards the quarterfinals of the Confederation Cup. They beat Zamalek again in the same encounter. So I want something at the Continentals. And the fans from police fans went to support the Police FC and Police Bullets in Ethiopia. Police Bullets been doing very well there now in the semi. Is it in semis or quarters? Yeah, in the semis so, now.
Yeah.
And it's a twin representation now. I want to see Gor Mahia fans when Police Bullets are playing. We should give them a backing, support. Yeah. When Gor plays, then Police Bullets fans should give them support. Not only Gor Mahia fans or Bullets fans, let even the FC Leopards fans now support even Gor Mahia fans when they are playing such games, because they are the only Kenyan representatives at the continental tournament. So I will encourage all Kenyan fans, the same way we do to our national team, Harambee Stars, when Gor Mahia is playing, come out in your numbers. Shabana fans, come out and support Gor Mahia because they are our representatives at the Continental.
You know, yesterday's FC Leopards game and Gor Mahia game started at the same time.
I will give a Continental assignment more serious look. Yeah.
I'm just saying because of the fans.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And then coming to Valerie, we're talking about Kenya Police Bullets. They have a match against Tanzania's Simba Queens today. And of course, you know what, how they won, how Police Bullets won the FKF Women's Premier League unbeaten. Do you think they can draw from that particular history that they made when they face Tanzania's Simba Queens? And what do you make of today's match against them? A win, a draw, what do you think?
It's a bit tricky. You know, the first thing, we are supposed to know that the first team of Simba Queens, the first 6 players are from Kenya. And them being from Kenya, they have that chemistry between them. They know how to play each other. And when you look at Simba Queens, their philosophy and the way they play football, when you look at them compared to Kenya Police Bullets, it's a bit different. Though we talk about Kenya Police Bullets being the best when it comes to Kenyan football this last season, and winning the season unbeaten is not a big thing. But when you look at Simba Queens, the same thing, they won the NBC, the Tanzanian Premier League, unbeaten too, and they were not only unbeaten, they had the best game. They were scoring like 6 goals, 5 goals, and you look at them at Sekafa, they beat, was it TP or something, PV Mazembe. They won like 5-0. So looking at them meeting Kenya Police today, it's a big game, and Kenya Police, they have to be serious. Though on my side, I think like I feel like Kenya Simba Queens will do something good.
Indeed, thank you, Valerie. Now, from that, we shift attention to the FKF Premier League, where the league started on Saturday. All the teams are playing, and some of the teams registered impressive wins, including one AFC Leopards. Let's take a look at those goals by AFC Leopards, who are playing against Mathare United, who are returning to the league after 1 year in the lower division. Let's take a look at those goals by AFC Leopards. They won 4-0 against Mathare United. As we prepare to see those goals by AFC Leopards, we also have Leopards starting the league on a high note, and we can attribute that a little bit to the players that they signed. That's the motivation, although they didn't play, but you can attribute that to the players that they signed. And let's take a look at what Zita has for us on the scoreboard, looking at the 4 players that were signed by AFC Leopards. Zita, to you.
Thank you so much, Orandi. And then again, of course, this is the FC Leopards signing. I know we've written here as FC Leopards and Tusker new signings. Of course, Tusker new signings will bring the Tusker new signings next week. But today we're going to talk about FC Leopards new signing in the season 2024-2025. They've done 4 major signings. That is Peter Maker Manyang, and then Julius Masaba, Sydney Lokale, and Samuel Seymour. Let's start with Peter. Peter, of course, you've seen him play with the national team because he's a South Sudan national team captain, and he has played for different clubs that is in Serbia, including Motrica, and then again Amarat United in South Sudan. So he is someone who understands football and knows where to play and what to do. He's a fullback, that is a centre back, where he will be playing with against Ken Odhiambo for FC Leopards, who again he's a fullback. And then let's go to the next player, that is Sydney Lokele. He joins FC Leopards from KCB, plays for Kariobangi Sharks, loaned to HIFK football in Finland. And then let's go to the third player of FC Leopards, that is the new signing, that is Julius Masaba. Julius Masaba joined FC Leopards from Kariobangi Sharks. And the 4th player of FC Leopards, the new signing, is Samuel Seymour. Samuel Seymour just joined Kariobangi Sharks from Muranga Seal. Muranga Seal were promoted just last season from the NSL, that is National Super League. And then let's talk about the the technical bench for FC Leopards in the season 2024-2025. We'll start with the head coach, that is Thomas Tricher, who is the head coach. First assistant coach, that is Fred Ambani. Second assistant coach, who has just joined FC Leopards this season, that is Kenneth Wendo. And then Hagai Azenda will be the goalkeeper trainer. And then Vincent Mbwembi will be a fitness trainer, and then Josh Angatia, he is the analysis, who joined again FC Leopards last season. Back to you, Orandi.
Well, thank you very much, Zita, there, telling about the 4 players that were unveiled by Ingwe just a few days ago. Now, I'll start with you, Isia. Last season, Ingwe missed the top 4 spot by just a point. What do you think they'll finish this season, and how much of an impact will these players make in the team going forward?
I want to, first of all, congratulate AFC Leopards for that resounding win in their opener. Last week, when there were those awards for the players, and I remember also the chairman, Dan Shikanda, saying that they did a good analysis of last season, and they found that starting poorly was a reason, they did not get to where they expected. And so he was insisting that they must have a good start this season. I remember that time under Tom Juma, of course, a lot of things were happening that time, a lot of changes, in the team, in the squad. The team didn't start well. So this start, if they are going to sustain that kind of show we saw yesterday, then they can propel them to doing something better this season. Nonetheless, I think it's going to be a very difficult competition this time round. You look at how some teams like Mara Sugar started, the new base in the league, and they are beating Homeboys, easily. I pity Ken Kenyatta at Homeboys, how he has started. So it's going to be a very serious competition, and I think we can answer better this question after like a run of 5 matches. So that, for example, you're able to tell, is it that the test against Mathare was a little one easier, or is it that they're just good at the way they are? So I think there's going to be a lot of, different things happening this time around in the league, as opposed to how it was last season. Because, for example, we have just talked about how Police and Gor are going to be engaged in the Continentals early in the stages of this campaign. We do not know when they come back and start playing proper, how they're going to respond. So basically for Ingwe, I think it should be a better season for them. I hope that those signings are going to be of a positive impact. Yeah,
and to you, Valerie, Tusker.
Yes.
Yeah, they also started with a win. They were the first team to actually register a win for this season against Sofapaka. And we have the new interim coach, Charles Okerre. How much of a pressure is he in? Was he under pressure to start well, considering that he hasn't actually had much experience with coaching senior football teams, except when he coached the national team back in national women's team back in 2020. How much of a pressure is he in?
Tusker winning his first game, I think we should appreciate him, because Tusker has lost more players during this transfer season, and for him winning the first game, I think we always say that you cannot judge someone, or you cannot judge a book by its cover, because people were like, the giant of the Tusker has gone, now he has left with some players. Maybe the team won't be good, but Charles Okerre has shown us that he can do it. And we cannot say that he's okay, but we always say we watch the first game, second game, we see his tactics, the formation he's using, what he's doing in that team. The same way we can talk about FC Leopards, because the first game cannot determine whether you'll win the league or you'll not. So we have to watch like 5 to 6 games. Consistency and that fluidity in that game. So that is it. I think he can make a good coach for Tusker.
Just talk about the Tusker and Sofapaka's game. Sofapaka went to play against Tusker with only 13 players. That is 11 players that will play inside and 2 subs. So there's something that is going on up Sofapaka. As much as they were fighting to remain on the league, but they need to make their house, they need to arrange their house. Because you can't have 13 players playing a whole league. What is going to happen to the next game that you're going to play during the weekend? Will the players come for the game, or are they going to drop all of them and give the first walkover? So let's talk about Sofapaka. There's something that is going there, then they need to arrange their house.
All right. Indeed, they need to put their house in order, as Zita says there. Let's now shift focus